am the oracle Apollo. Come share your light with me. These messages I follow, restoring balance unto thee. Do not be afraid, you're a part of saving grace. Do not hesitate, let's reignite your faith. Divine encounters are alive. Divine encounters, our life's design. I am the oracle Apollo.
Now, I was just saying how I am famous, absolutely famous for starting this show on mute every single time. And it's not till the end of my spiel, that's when I notice I'm on mute. Oh, Lordy. But if you got any of that and you read my lips, cheers. I won't bore you with the details. Just thank you for being here is all I have to say to that. Make sure you're liking and subscribing. Turn on that little bell. If you turn on your notifications, you'll know I go live every Wednesday and Sunday night at 7 p.m. Sunday night, I do your horoscopes for all your signs. Of course, we have the good news, which is an awareness question, divine experience and energy clearing, the Apollo games, intuition building, and of course, on Sunday nights, we have all of your horoscopes. And on Wednesdays, we do a midweek collective energy check-in where we'll check on the energy forecast for the week. And if you enjoy this program and kind of want to develop your own skills, I have a group. It's totally free to join. And the meetups are free. They will tell you what they are on the group, meetup.com/awakened Philadelphia. And basically it's like my calendar, and then you just kind of like RSVP to events that I have. I tend to have at least one healing Zoom event a month and one Violet Flame event a month, and then there'll be all other things in there too. Make sure that you share this with a friend, because sharing this with a friend automatically enters you to win a personal angel message from me here, and I will bring you on a Wednesday night, invite you on as the winner. And we do have a winner today. She is in our green room. Super excited to have you here, Stacy. And all she did was she loved the show so much she shared it, and now she's getting a wonderful reading today, and also participating in all of the chaos. No, not really chaos. Oh, maybe it is. Okay. And if you or you know someone who has gone through a divine experience and wants to share their message and their story here on this show, please email me at divineencountersat360tv.com. All right, so enough of all of that. Let's go ahead and bring my beautiful guests of the evening, where we're going to be talking all about fairies. And I hope that today, at some point in this story, something resonates so deeply with you that it has made the impossible possible. Hello, Zing.
Hello.
Oh, good. Your audio works. Oh, Lord.
Yes.
I was just like, wait, why is she so quiet? Okay. Hello to everybody at home. This is Zing. Zing, please introduce yourself to the wonderful people in Facebook land, YouTube land, Roku land, Amazon TV, all the other lands. We have so many lands here.
I am a teacher, writer, healer, artist, And one of the things that I enjoy doing in my life is communicating with the invisible side of life. So whether it's angels or fairies, it makes my life more of an adventure to have that as a part of my life.
Yes, absolutely. I love that. And I have been following you for such a long time on Facebook Worlds. And I don't know if we've ever actually physically ever met, but I think you're wonderful. And all of the work that you've put out there over the last few years when I've secretly stalked you and then brought you on this show, I love it. And so I felt very inspired by you. And I wanted more people to experience this realm of what we thought once was make believe, right? But before we get into all of the heavy lifting, I love to start every episode with the good news. And to that, I say, what's good? Okay, ladies and gents, here we have the good news. And then at the end of this message, I'm going to ask a question to my winner, my guest, and actually everybody. This is the collective for everybody. So here we go. This card represents a Dromedon energy, adventure. Say yes to change. Andromeda is a spiral galaxy, the closest galaxy to the Milky Way. It is believed that Andromeda star seeds are a group of beings who love their freedom, very adaptable, and they have a strong willingness and ability to change and go with the flow, to find calm in the chaos, to swim with the tides. This card is here to encourage you to do the same. Perhaps you have a significant goal or opportunity ahead of you. If so, you're being guided to jump in. Don't wait for permission and don't stall until you feel ready. Take a deep breath, a good old run up, and jump right on in. Life bends for the courageous, and courageous is what you're being called to be. You're already facing the right direction. The only thing left to do is step and leap. You'll figure out the details as you go along the way here. Things are, wait, here we go. Hold on. It got me confused. Okay, you'll figure out the details as you go along. Things may not always be smooth sailing, but life on Earth rarely is. However, it's the rougher seas that teach us how to sail with glory. And once you know that, you can navigate any sea, ocean, or storm. The Andromedans want you to fall in love with the surfing the waves of life, to seek more adventures, to embrace your own adaptability, and find a way to be passive. You came to Earth to truly live. Now take a good run up and leap. Whoa, this one is hitting me right in the jugular. Can I just say that right in the jugular? Because wow. Okay, listen, this is the question for y'all. Hold on, let me compose myself. First of all, Stacy, thank you for being here. I'm just way too excited about this message. And Zing, please tell me what you think about this message right now. And per our conversation, like I said before.
This message is so apropos to my whole life. My guides have led me in this idea the whole time that I've been guided. It's always Zing, always have your life in such a state of balance that when we give you a direction, you turn on a dime. You're ready to make a 45, a 180. The minute we tell you to, be prepared, be so centered that you can do this. So that fits perfectly.
Wow, I love that. And it's kind of like this really made me think of something I heard the other day, which is, how do you expect universe to give you step 2 when you haven't taken action on step 1? Step 2 will never come unless you take step 1. And I'm going to put myself on blast right now in front of everybody. I don't even care what y'all say about this. Listen, 2 years ago, I chickened out on going on a trip. Yes, I said that. Fix my crown real quick. Okay, so 2 years ago, I was asked by Padre Pio to go to Italy. And then COVID happened. I guess it wasn't 2 years ago. Was that a year and a half? But COVID happened. And then I didn't go because they closed Italy down. But I was supposed to go that month. Okay. And then I just didn't go. So I guess part of it was like, whew, thank you for COVID. Or part of it was like, I was also chickening out. But anyways, I'm going now. because I know I have to go to do something very specific and they won't give me step 2 until I get myself into step 1. So I just wanted to put that out there. Hi, Stacy. What do you think about this?
Hi, how are you guys? I agree. I got married in September or October of 2001, so it was right after 9/11. So we were probably going to cancel our wedding, but everybody, including myself, said, you know what, the world needs to look forward to something, so let's go through with it. So, some sad things bring some good things. So
Yes. Absolutely true. Thank you so much for that. So now I have a hard question for you ladies and for you all at home. And the hard question today is, how can you be more adventurous? And how are you being called to jump right on in and leap? Miss Zing.
I am being called to be more adventurous right now by publishing a book of fairy stories, working with the fairy realm to get together this book, get it into manifest form, get it out to the public and market it and present it, and know that it is a part of my whole being to do this. And so that is an adventure of something new. And so I'm a little apprehensive, a little, what's the word? I'm anticipating as well, and looking forward to it. And I know it's going to be amazing.
Oh, I know it's going to be amazing. And you know what's interesting? The perspective on that. Because when we think adventure, we think, oh, I have to go physically somewhere. But it's really just stepping out of your comfort zone, right? Stepping into new experience. And that can look anyway. How about for you, Stacy? How can you be more adventurous? And how are you being called to jump right on in and leap? And for you guys at home, put your answer in the comment section below.
the same thing. This is all new to me. I've always actually kind of crazy. I've always been into fairies. So it's almost like I was drawn to this one. I always collected little fairies and teacups and books about fairies. So this is already panning out to be like one of my most favorite episodes. So I'm learning all about crystals. And so the metaphysical is something that's kind of brand new to me. So I'm just learning a lot about it. And you've helped me, Dominique, actually. So, and we're in the same area. So.
Oh, well, I'm so grateful, and I'm happy to have you here, and I'm glad that this has been a resource for you for your growth as well. And
Yeah,
thank you
thank
for
you.
that. Oh, I
Thank
love
you.
this. And I was telling Zing earlier, I said these episodes wind up being so synchronized. And so like the word crazy, we're gonna throw it out the window because me and Zing knows that was a setup. Okay. So we're gonna that's what that was. That's your spiritual setup today. So we're gonna pop you, Miss Stacy. Actually, no, I am misspeaking because we're gonna jump into a divine experience. You're gonna stay here with us until the end of that. And so
Okay.
basically what we're going to do now for you all at home, if this is your first time, I want you to take an honest assessment of where you are at energetically in this exact moment from 1 to 10. 1 being this is the least amount of energy. I'm so fatigued that I can barely lift my head. 10 being this is the most amount of energy I can hold. Everything's going well. I'm super happy. I'm light. I'm airy. So put that in the comment section below and just take a real quick honest assessment of where you are. Okay, so for myself, I say I'm at a 9.2 today in this moment. How about you, Miss Zing?
I put myself at a strong 6.
I like a strong 6. I like how Uriel says spirit going, Mwah. Cindy Arroyo is at an 8. Uriel is at a 7. How about you, Stacy? Where are you at?
I'm feeling good, about an 8 right now. With everything that's panning out. Yes.
Fantastic. And then Lori Gianetta is at a 4. All right. So let's see if we can shift all this energy here in 1 minute. So I'm inviting you to have an intention or a goal setting for this 1 minute. And we're just going to take some nice time here to breathe. You want to put your hands, palms facing up on your lap. That is the receptive position. So if you're holding something, totally just let it down right now. And I'm going to invite the team and we'll be back and start our 1 minute. Okay, with our 1 minute on the clock now, take a breath in and close your eyes. Let it out. And let's just respond to an attitude of gratitude in this moment. And just find from the moment you woke up this morning, just think of when your eyes open, what was around you? And I want you to be grateful for that. Was it windows? Was it lights? Was it electricity? Was it a warm bed? And just feel that energy of gratitude. Breathe that into your heart space and let it go. Let out anything else. And then as you got up through your day, what persons were in your home today that you felt gratitude toward, even if it was not that great of a day, and just hold that into your heart, breathe that in, and then also just let go of anything else that does not serve you. And then coming into your heart space and completely giving gratitude towards yourself, and just let that energy in, breathe it in, beautiful green energy into your heart space, just being grateful for our body, for our organs, for our mind to operate and function as they should, and as in a healthy manner. And let it all go. Let out the stories, the stress of the day, everything that no longer serves you, just out, 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 out. And reclaim that you're rewriting your story now in this very moment with your permission. Hands coming together in front of your heart space into prayer position. Namaste. And then you can wiggle your fingers and your toes and gently open your eyes, coming back to the here and the now. And then let me know in the comment section below, everybody at home, where are you at energetically now from 1 to 10? Did you shift? And what did you feel or see or hear or remembered physically, emotionally? And put that in the comment section below. We would love to hear about it. For myself, I feel like I just got 20 leagues under the sea. I got so grounded. I just feel like this. Like, yeah, what's up? That's how I feel. I'm at a good 10 though, but it's like a very chill. I feel very relaxed. How about you, Zing?
I feel between a 7 and an 8.
Love that.
I remembered, let's see, this morning there is a small tomato from my garden that's on my windowsill. And every morning I go by and I just give it love and appreciation and just tell it what a brilliant little tomato it is and how much redder it's getting so quickly. And it turned around and mirrored back to me love and appreciation for me as a human. And it was so amazing. And then I was out and I was gardening all day and being in touch with nature. And so that's bringing me up to a 7 and 8.
Oh, I love that. And you go out there and be the best little tomato you can be. I just thought that was the most darling thing I've ever heard. How about you, Miss Stacy?
I moved up to about a 9. I feel good. I feel really good. I feel good about the show, and I'm excited.
Yay.
And today I was just reminded, I was going through some paperwork and things like that, and I found a book from my son for a Mother's Day card. So, and I'm grateful for my boyfriend, and he helps me tremendously every day, and things are on the up and up for me. So I'm excited.
And I'm happy to hear that you have so many blessings in your world, both of your worlds. All right, my dear, I'm going to put you in the back room, Miss Stacy, and we'll see you for the Apollo Games.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Ms. Zing, so you have a supernatural story time that we are all super excited to hear about. And I'm going to give the stage to Zing. She's going to tell you all about how she works with the Fae, how she met them, and what impact they have brought into her life. And if you have questions about her story, feel free to chime in that comment section below. And remember, sharing this shares the blessing of the show, the message of the show, and you get an opportunity to be a winner next week and get your own personal reading.
Okay, so I'm going to start. Working with the fairies is an encounter that has ignited my faith. My faith is that we're all one, that everything is connected, that we are multidimensional beings as humans, and that if we train our consciousness, so it's like being in charge of a giant radio, and we can pull in the other channels, the other parts of our multidimensional self, and listen to and communicate with those parts of ourself, whether we call them God or angels or fairies or any other realm of the unity realm that we want to connect with. So my initial contact with...
What is the unity realm?
The multidimensional being that we are is a spiritual being that is embodied in a physical universe. So the physical universe is the lowest vibration that we are a part of. And then the highest is absolute love. And we are embodied in a form which consciously can be connects the heaven and the earth realms. So depending on our level of consciousness, we can know whether we're a part of the human part, which is in the duality, which is both negative and positive. And then it goes up as it rises in vibration. It gets into the unity realm, which is where the time is the border, and beyond time is eternal time, eternal lack of time, and the realms that are there, where everything happens all at one time, instead of being separated out into frame by frame the way our physical life is. Does that make sense?
That does make sense. I just wanted to clarify that for the viewers out there who are not familiar with this term. So I apologize for interrupting you. Please proceed with how you work with the Fae and how you met them.
So, as a multidimensional being, at one point in my life, I started communicating with angels. So that's a higher frequency part of me, part of my multidimensional self, and I learned to converse with them. So have conversations, and they guided me in turning my life into an adventure that was different from the other adventures that other humans set for their lives. So I would create newsletters and do teaching and do traveling and write and delightful things. And one day, my angels, I heard them, the intuition kicked in. I was walking through my dining room and they said, "Let's go to Goodwill." And I said, "I don't need anything at Goodwill." And they said, "Let's go to Goodwill." And I said, "Okay, whatever." Got in my car, drove to Goodwill. They took me directly to the book section, said, "Put your hand out." I put my hand out. I touched a book. They said, "Take that book." I took it. It was How to Communicate with the Elementals. So I said, my angels want me to learn how to communicate with the nature spirits, the gnomes, the sylphs, the undines, and the salamanders. I took it home and I started practicing the exercises, meditating. You set an intention. You call on this realm, this dimension of being, and you say, "I want you in my life. I want to communicate with you. I want, from the purest intention of my heart, to speak with you in a unity realm, in a realm of love and light and delight and playfulness and goodness." So I set this intention, I meditated, didn't hear anything, didn't know how it was going to come. When I talk with my angels, the way in which I hear them or feel them is all, I have to say, intuition. It's not like a voice. It's not like a vision. It's an inner knowing. It's just like a wave comes in, a wave of energy, and I just know what it's saying, what it means, what its intention is, and it always feels very high, very loving.
A very clear, focused thought is how it feels like for me.
Yes. So like when the thought was coming in, "Let's go to Goodwill," it was an immediate thought that wasn't in my head, but I'm there. "Oh, okay, we can do this." So I'm setting the intention. I'm meditating. I want to talk with
You have somehow muted yourself, my friend, and I cannot unmute you. You did one of me. You did one of me. See, if I try to unmute you, it says can't unmute your guest.
Isn't that weird how these
There you
things
go.
just do these things and you don't do anything?
That's because the fairies are loving to play with us right now. They're just like, "Oh, are we just gonna disconnect this? Okay."
All right. So where was I before I disappeared?
Oh man, now I can now I just had a brain like
All right.
erase too.
So I was meditating, and it's all about setting your intention. You set your intention. I didn't know how they were going to come back to me. I didn't know how I was going to hear them. I didn't know what it was going to feel like, because I had a couple of times I had attempted communications with nature spirits, but it was small instances. So in this case, I set the intention, and a day went by.
Oh no, your your mic is cut out again.
No,
Oh,
where?
there you are. There you are. You're back.
Ah, make me crazy.
Oh.
All right. I need to not touch anything, not move. I need to hold still. Hold still. All right. So 3 days, let's just say 3 days go by. 3 days is a nice time. And I'm driving my mom back from an event, and I'm in the car, I'm driving, and I hear this voice as clear as a bell, like it's coming from the back seat, and it says, "We need to dig up your whole yard and fertilize it." And I'm going, "Oh yeah, really?" So I just turn to my mom and I say, "Mom, we need to dig up the whole backyard and fertilize it. The gnome just said, are you okay with that?" And my mom knows what I'm like. And she said, "No, I don't think so. That's an awfully big job. No, you can't do that." And so I thought, okay. So I telepathically, I said to the gnome, "No, we can't dig up the backyard." And this little voice, this clear as a bell voice from the back seat said, "Well, then can we have 6 feet around a circle around the pear tree?" And my mom said, yeah, okay, go ahead. Do whatever you like. All right. So when this voice came from the back seat, I so wanted to like turn around and stare in the back seat and see if I saw anything. And I couldn't, because I was driving. So I looked in the rearview mirror and did my best to see if I could see something, but there was nothing there, of course. And so then I got home, and that started my relationship with this particular garden gnome. This is one of the stories that I tell in my book, my upcoming book. And so what he did was guide me through different exercises, step by step. You know how you said they don't give you step 2 till you do step 1? He would give me step by step instructions on what turned out to be ways to aerate the soil, fertilize the soil, be happier in the garden, make fairy houses, put fairy ribbons on things. There were just a whole series of exercises that he gave me to do as an exercise in communication with the fairy realm, and also just ways to bring delight and playfulness into a human life.
Yeah,
that was my first connection with this particular garden gnome that we ended up calling Workum.
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 I love this.
Yes.
I would love to get more into this and get to know more about Workum. But first, we have to go to a word from our sponsor. So we'll be right back. Thank you. You're watching Divine Encounters. I am your hostess, Dominique Rivera, the Oracle of Apollo, and shout out to our sponsor, Intention Pen. You can use the code Oracle7 on intentionpen.com to get your own manifesting intention pen. The Muse pen is sponsored by Intention Pen, which is the one I have here. And this is a very beautiful pen made of gunmetal finish and 24 karat gold plated. And I use this to manifest my first 20,000 followers on TikTok. And I was like, I'm going to give this pen the hardest run to see what it can do. And it delivers. So make sure you use that code Oracle7 and get your Intention Pen from intentionpen.com. All right, let's bring Zing back on here. Hello, my friend. So I actually have a question for you. So my question is, I actually wrote it down so I wouldn't forget. What is the purpose of fairies in modern society? Like, what is their role now? Like, why?
That's a great question. We are multidimensional beings. We humans are. And we've always had the capacity to contact the other parts of ourself and live using the guidance and the wisdom from that higher self. If we don't live in accordance with wisdom, then we create situations in the world like you see around us that make you crazy and aren't good. They aren't beneficial to other people. When you connect with the oneness, you connect with a flow of goodness that wants to be embodied. That wants to be embodied. It's like a huge game we're playing. We're down here as playing pieces, and our challenge is to see whether we can be a good channel, be a good embodier of the higher self that we are, and actually bring about a better world around us within ourselves, and then shining it out around us.
Is this why they are communicative? Like, why do they pick us?
They've always been communicative. It's just about whether humans are ready to listen to them or not. The same with the angels. They're always around us. They're a part of us. We're a part of all this oneness. But it's whether we are ready and interested in accepting them as a part of our oneness and welcoming them into bringing a higher frequency into our life.
What would you say is the biggest myth or untruth about the perspective of fairies?
That's a great question too. When I use the spelling of fairy, that's Faerie. It's an alternative spelling of the word, because the word fairy, Fairy, to my mind, it has become denigrated. They've taken the concept of fairies as a metaphysical vibration that are really important to the world, and they've turned it into something that is only cartoons and only for children, instead of they've stripped it of its magnificence and its profound meaningfulness. And so I want to help bring that back through the way I write my book, through the stories I tell, through my own experiences. I'm not talking about cartoon fairies, Faery. I'm talking about metaphysical bioengineers who help you spiritually ground your being in your physical body on this physical planet.
And, when I first came into the community, I noticed that fairies would get a bad rap. Like they're evil, they're mischievous, don't invite them into your homes. Can you speak on that?
I asked one of my fairy friends about that, and she said, that's because you're looking at everything from your human perspective of duality. You as a human on the earth are in duality. That's your space. The whole collective consciousness of humanity has created thought forms that can be very positive or very negative. When you raise your consciousness to the level of unity, when you are willing to go beyond unity and bring your unity self into your consciousness, there is no negativity. There are no bad fairies. There are no bad angels. There is no bad anything. There's no devil. Because when you...
well, now you're cut off again. She's trying to speak the truth. There we are.
Where am I cut out?
There we go.
Am I back on again?
You are back on. You were saying when there is unity, and then that's when you got cut
When
off.
there is unity, when you are embodying your true self, then you have a way of raising your vibration, and you can overcome incredible odds in creating your a heaven on earth for yourself and for your community.
And finally, my last question is, what do you say to the fairy sayers? The naysayers for the fairies. I don't know why I said it that way, but the naysayers.
The ones who say they don't believe in them?
That don't believe in them, that we're cuckoo en la cabeza, you know.
Because people have had ideas inculcated in them that fairies are a certain way, they believe that. So that's the belief they're against. They can't be against fairies themselves, because fairies are the energy that makes it possible for them to embody their spiritual self in a physical body. So, like, it's a part of creation. They can't naysay their own existence.
Thank you for that. And my final question for you, ma'am. How do you know you've been visited by a fairy?
You will feel better. You'll feel lighter. You'll feel sparkles of joy, of delight, of playfulness. Yes, feeling lighter. You'll feel like skipping. You'll feel the energy in your body. It will make you feel like getting up and moving and smiling and giggling.
Is there any tactile signs that they give? Because you know how, like, angels, we have the angel numbers. Like, do they have, like, are there things that is like, oh, well, this mushroom is from fairy now? You know, like, is there anything that we see
It's
we're like,
so
oh, that's a gift?
subjective to people. The same as how fairies appear. Fairies have no appearance. They're energy. They don't have form. So when a fairy appears to you, it's going to be your own marvelous signal. So, like, keep your heart and your mind open for your own marvelous signal. They have a light that shines from their forehead that is their inner wisdom. So you may feel that you feel a sparkle that's going to shine in your forehead when they're near. That it could be there's golden sparkles of delight that are showered around when the fairies are near. So maybe that's what you're going to feel. Be open, like me, set your intention and then wait and see what comes. And then tell me, because I want to know.
I love this. And so if anybody wants to get a hold of you, my heart, how and where and why could they contact you, and how could you help them and be of service?
The best way to contact me is via my Facebook page called Faerie Garden Permaculture. Faerie, Faerie Garden. The fairies tell me that the earth is a fairy garden. That's what the earth is. It's all nature. It's all made by fairies.
How do you spell permaculture?
Permaculture. Permaculture.
That way you guys can screenshot this and go to her.
Yeah, Faerie Garden is 2 words.
All right, let's fix that. Here we go. Boom. There we go. Now you guys can screenshot
Faerie Garden Permaculture. Perfect. That's the best way to get hold of me right now. Join that page or follow that page, however that works. I will put all my information up there. I'll answer questions. I'll put videos up. We have lots of playing that we can do together to learn more about the fairies and how fairies can make our lives better. And my book, I'll put information about my book there too. It'll be coming out probably end of September.
Oh, I love it. And I can't wait for your book to come out. Lori Gianetta says, this ain't a fairy, but 2 weeks ago, me and my family were together and a butterfly kept going on her fingers and she stayed there for half an hour. And we think she was my sister who passed years ago. How beautiful is that?
Magical, how the mystery of our connection with nature is manifest.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Zing, thank you so much for being here and sharing your story time with us. And since you're so good at playing, I love playing too. So we're going to bring Stacy back up and we're all going to do the Apollo games. So grab the kitties, grab the husband, grab the wife, and let's test your intuition. Yes. Okay. So now this is the part of the show where we test your intuitions and for those of you at home, your intuition as well. And the purpose for these exercises is to kind of just fine tune you as we go through the week. So when you're met in real life with multiple choices, you can learn to recognize that correctness, that goodness, that right and truthfulness within you and to make easier decisions on your day to day. So here we go. My question today is, what am I about to reveal?
What am I about to reveal? Giant tire, flamingo, spaceship, wooden bear. Put your comments in the comment section below. And if you got it right, notice why you got it right. And if you got it wrong, why do you think you got it wrong?
Okay. And if you win, you're going to get from me a social distancing high five. So put your comment in the comment section below. And for you ladies on the screen, prepare to answer. And make sure that it is your final answer. All right. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. Go ahead. Tell me, Zing, what is the answer?
Flamingo.
Final answer?
That's where I get the energy.
Okay. Stacy, what is your answer?
Same thing, flamingo.
Flamingo. Intention pen serves as multiple things. That's bell ringer and everything. Okay, so let's see what you guys at home have to say. Uriel, she's on the flamingo train. Cindy LeBlanc is also on the flamingo train. Cindy Arroyo is on the bear train. She has her own train. Lori Giannetta, flamingo train. This is a lot of flamingo energy right now. All right, I love that. So let's reveal what the answer is here.
What am I about to reveal? Giant tire, flamingo, spaceship, wooden bear. Put your comments in the comment section below. And if you got it right, notice why you got it right. And if you got it wrong, why do you think you got it wrong? Okay, reveal time. Did you say giant tire?
Okay, had this been a bomb, this would have been the wrong answer. But there is no
But we
wrong
would have been
answer.
all happy. We would have all been happy.
We would have been too gleeful to even notice.
My instincts told me a tire too.
So what happened? Why did you change your mind?
I thought if you would, because we had so much rain here, I figured you would want to change it and see a flamingo dancing in the rain.
I love it. So what we learned here was trust our first intuition. That's what we learned today. And thank you all for playing that. And I do this on Sunday night's episode as well. Okay, so now we're going to jump into the midweek collective energy check-in, where I'm going to check the forecast for the rest of the week for the collective, and then we're going to come back to Stacy's personal reading. So let's do this. I'm going to pop you girls back in the green room, and let's see what the universe has to say for us.
There is a button. It's a very sexy button. It says subscribe on it. I wish I could click on it, but YouTube won't let me.
Okay, so we're going to see what we need to know, how we can grow, what we need to let go of, and then we'll tidy this up with a power animal for your week, and as well as a message from heaven. Lori Giannetta says, well, the flamingo made me feel kind of happy. So everyone picked flamingo. It's okay. We just love it too. You know, it's so funny. That's cute. It's so cute. Maybe flamingo card will pop up, says Uriel. So let's see what's happening here. So this is what we need to know right now for the collective. And it says, an unwise choice. Learn what you can from this situation and review everyone's motives, which is kind of interesting because it makes us think of how Stacy was going to trust her intuition, but then she chose differently because she thought of it logically. Then that could have been stated as an unwise choice. So I'm going to use that as an example of Where are you ignoring your intuition? And that's where this is going. Where in your life are you seeing the red flags, recognizing the need for change, understanding that something inside of you is saying this is out of balance or out of harmony, and we're putting it in the back burner. So I want to say, make sure that you review your own motives as well. Why am I holding on to this? Why haven't I moved through this? What self-imposed restrictions am I placing upon myself? So let's see how we can grow. Conclusions are within reach is the card here. I like how it just popped in. Conclusions are within reach. So this is telling me with this full moon eclipse is when the moon is eclipsed is that we can't quite see or understand everything. It's hidden, right? The moon represents the aspects of mystery, but it can also represent fears. But solar eclipses or lunar eclipses are very temporary. So I feel like there's something here that has been maybe mysterious for you or unknown to you, but there is something moving out of the way to bring you a new understanding. So let's see what we have for this next card. And we have the lead by example card. I love this. It kind of reminds me of that adventure card that we had earlier, and saying, you know, these conclusions are within reach and you're reviewing your motives. And once you recognize really what it is that you have this epiphany or this breakthrough, because that's what we're talking about right now, conclusions within reach. There's an luminosity, there's an illumination here. And once you have all the facts, once you have the breadcrumbs, once you have the next step, not all the steps, not 10 steps, not even 2 steps, but the very next step, you're going to have to take that and be I want to say this is for about you, leading by example for yourself. It's kind of like I'm doing this for me, so I know I can, or I know I will if I choose to. So you're giving yourself an opportunity here to be your own leader. I love this. Let's see what the animal totem is for the week. It's not flamingo. I'm just going to pick 2 just in case the other one was flamingo. It's not. But we have frog, purification, clear out the clutter. And what I want to say in regards to frog is kind of like after you remove your motives, reviewing your motives, and you're recognizing what no longer serves you, it's time to let that go. Emotional clutter, mental clutter. What are you holding on to inside of yourself that is creating a toxic environment for you? Because this purification frog says this is a time of release. So recognize within you habits, situations, or people, or those things around you that you feel like are polluting your healthy water, your well of wellness, we'll say. And this is the message from heaven. This is a general message. So if you have someone in heaven, this is a message for you. And they would like for you to know that they are much better now. When someone transitions from the earthly plane to the realm of spirit, we kind of attach all of these things and we worry so very much about what happens to us after we cross. But think of it this way. You haven't done this. This is not the first time you've done this. And secondly, think of it like when the birds are flying in migration, they just know where to go. When we transition, we just know where to go. It's natural. It's inherited within us. So this person is letting you know that they're much better now that they have transitioned out of whatever sickness or pain or upset that was the culmination of the end of their life, and they are well. And we have here for your angel blessings, recognizing that the angels always want to assist you and elevate you and support you, but they respect your free will. And so they will never step in unless they're invited. And so this card, I'm actually picking up with my monkey feet. This card is, Archangel Michael blesses the collective with safety. So I feel like this is safety to explore, safety to move forward, safety to be curious, safety to play. I just love this. And then we have Angel Daniel blessing the collective with kindness, kindness towards yourself. And once we can appreciate ourselves, we appreciate everything outside of ourselves, but it starts with us first. So may this serve you all. And if you want to claim those blessings in the comment section below, please do, so that the angels can work with you. All right, let's bring our ladies back on and see what their thoughts are on this. Hello, welcome back. Any thoughts on this thing?
It fits perfectly. It fits my I'm working through it all. The conclusion is in sight. The book is going to be published. I am going to be leading by example, promoting fairy teachings. The purification of my intention is so very important that I need to focus on staying pure with what my intention is. And Michael is so good at playing with me. He always makes me giggle. So thank you, Michael.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. And how about you, Miss Stacy?
Crazy enough, my boyfriend took me to Berlin farmers markets in New Jersey this past weekend. I've never been there before, and I stopped by this one booth, and there was a woman there that was selling all kinds of little mask cards. And my parents used to have these all around their house, scapels and things like that. And I happened to pick up Saint Michael.
Oh, and this was the blessing for this evening.
Yes. So
all
nice.
in alignment for sure. I love this for you. Okay, my dear, this is all about you now because you are the winner for this week. And thank you for being here. Sometimes you guys let me know that you get super nervous coming on, and I know that's a little scurry. So thank you for being here and pushing through that fear. And let's see what the divine has for you specifically. And of course, if you're at home watching this and you want to be where Stacy's at, all you got to do is share this one time and you are automatically entered to win. And just so you guys know, we're going to start off for Stacy, what she needs to know, how she can grow, and where she can let go of. So here, let's pull up the other camera. There we go. So here we have competing goals, bothersome details, conflict with others. And I kind of feel like this is like the same too many cooks in the kitchen type of situation. Or what is the other one? Too many Indians, something like that. But I feel like that's what this is. And I feel like, honestly, very interestingly, because I hear spirit speaking to me now. Very interesting. There are people in your path that are influencing you in a negative manner. And that is because opposing forces that cannot influence you are influencing them, and through them are influencing you. All right. Adjustments are required. With this, adjustments are required. This is you putting boundaries up. You needing to put up stronger boundaries. And I could feel inside of you like you're here. Like, you know how there's a line and they go, oh, I had it to here. This is where you are. I've had it to here. And I could feel it almost teeter-tottering, like you could just become overwhelmed at any spontaneous second because it's just a buildup. It's a culmination bubbling here. So I want you to know that it's safe for you to make your statement and create these boundaries. And not only is it safe, it is necessary. It is not you loving anyone else less, okay? It is you putting the application of loving yourself more, because knowing that you are deserving of more and that you are worthy of more. And there's not a person in the world that can take away your inherent value that has been placed upon your unique soul imprint. No one can take that away, because that was bestowed upon yourself before you incarnated into this earth school. So adjustments required here. And let's see what we have for this other card. Oh, that one almost flew out and smacked me in the face. Listen, girl, listen. What did I just say? You are here for a reason. When I see an influencing energy that is polarizing you, not good or bad, but just polarizing you, and making you misstep, okay, it is because there is a greatness within you that the polarized energy does not want you to succeed in. There is a purpose for you to be here in this time frame, on the planet at this moment. You incarnated and you chose to be here in the now moment. This is the 10,000 year shift. We're coming out of the patriarchal energy, coming into the divine feminine energy, and stepping into the age of Aquarius. That is nothing small. There's going to be books about this time in history of when the Great Awakening occurred and everyone stepped up that was chosen. They chose back. And that's what Mm.
Ah,
And let's see what your animal is.
my hair is literally standing on my arms right now.
Have confidence. Be bold. Take charge. But this is nothing new. This is something you know you've had. Maybe
Mhm.
you've had to pacify this wild energy about you. I don't really know you, so I can't say, where, but this could be when I became a mom, I stopped being this part of myself. When I became a wife, I stopped being this part of myself. When I became a boss, I became this, there's a part of you here that has become dormant, and it feels like a sensual part, honestly, that has become dormant, that's looking to be freed from its cage. Don't suppress it, because power lies within the yoni, that aspect of ourselves that was blessed into woman, and only woman
Mhm.
has this energy.
Yeah,
And that is a power, a superpower. All
yeah.
right. Using that energy of passion, of heat, is movement forward, it's transmutative. And then let's see if you have anything. Do you want me to pull a message for heaven from heaven card for you?
Yes, please, if you could.
Okay. I'm getting like sailor energy. Sailor ship. I don't know. I feel like sailory. Message from heaven is, I have no more earthly worries. So this person in heaven who has crossed over, sometimes we look at their families and go, oh no, look how your kid is doing. Oh no, look how your mom is doing. Oh no, look how so and so is doing. And everything, or things are not going exactly as they should. But this particular person, when you have transitioned, you have more foresight, you have more clarity. So it's kind of like, I don't worry about the molehills and I don't make them mountains. It's kind of like that energy. It's not caring. It's just recognizing that everything will be okay, and this too shall pass.
I was just going to say that. I
Mhm.
just said that to my son yesterday.
And finally, your angel blessings, which you got many, of course. Angel Michael up at the top for you, blessing you with travel. Angel Ariel blessing you with miracle. And Angel Casio blessing you with love.
Great.
So I hope that resonates with you.
They all do there. Yes, very much so.
Is there anything you want to state before we close this out today, my friend?
No, it was wonderful. You've kind of justified a lot of the feelings that I've been having, and a lot of the ground that I've been standing on, and a lot of issues that I've had with my ex, and my new boyfriend has been helping me with them, and so I appreciate it. It resonated with me greatly. So, and the fairies as well.
Well, thank you so much, Stacy, for being here. Zing,
Thank you.
do you have 30-second final thought you want to give to anyone before we head out?
There's a way in which the fairies say goodbye, and that's to touch their wisdom star in their third eye, your own special light, and then touch the fingertips of the person that you're saying goodbye to, because then the energy flows between you. So that's awesome.
I
And
felt
then
that.
another way to do that is to say Namafe. Namafe is the fairy in me greets the fairy in you.
I love that. Oh, thank you, Zine. And if you guys at home know anybody who's had a divine encounters, please email me, divineencounters@e360tv.com. Thank you for being here and creating this divine experience. I can't do it without you guys. Join me Sunday night. I won't be live because I'll be in West Virginia with my brand new hillbilly cousins. Yay, we're going to do
Mountain
mountain stuff.
Mama, Mountain Mama.
Yeah, I'm going to go do mountain stuff. So excited. So may
Yay.
you all go in love, light, and wisdom to know thyself, love thyself, and remember the divine always has your back.
Thank you.
Ciao. Namaste.
Bye.
Divine.